What's up everyone, welcome back to One Strange Adventure and welcome to the next video. In today's video we are exploring a little bit more of the Orlando, Florida area. We've got a couple of stops today, well, in the video.
I say it took us a couple of weeks to visit different places, but
we're going to talk about Orlando Thousand Trails because we stayed there for the first time and it's really nice. We are going to talk about a natural spring that we visited and got to swim in, which was pretty cool.
We're going to talk about visiting a friend.
Yeah, we haven't seen since high school, back in the good old high school football days. And we went to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about our experience at Disney Springs today.
All right, so we spent 14 days?
Yep. 14
days at Thousand Trails, Orlando, which of course you've seen from the last video.
Yep.
It was a nice park, really nice.
It was really nice.
Really nice area. We loved having close access to all of like Disney and Orlando and all that's like right there at it. Plus the citrus place that we went to, which is phenomenal. We went there like 6 times.
Yeah, we went there a lot. We will say that when you go to Thousand Trails Orlando, do not arrive a minute before noon.
12. Yeah.
So 12 o'clock.
That's your cutoff.
That's it.
They will turn you around and make you come back.
And then by then you're at the end of the line, and you have to take the drive of shame and go find a place that you can actually make a U-turn.
Yeah, because you can't take a left-hand turn out of the park. You have to take a right and then go to the red light and do a U-turn.
Yeah, and by then you're really far.
And you can't get back across the street. So just fair warning, if you do go, they do have strict procedures, which is understandable as crowded as they are all the time. You know, the employees there do a really good job at getting everybody lined up and getting you into your spots. It is first come, first serve on those spots. They do have people in golf carts that will help guide you into different sections.
They'll ask you what section you want to be in.
Yeah, so like if you say, I want to be in a section full of kids, well, they know because they're employees, they know where most of the kids hang out at, so they'll go there and try to find you a spot. Or like if you want a concrete pad, they have the newer section that has the concrete pads to set on instead of grass. So just tell them what you're looking for and they can help guide you if you've never been there.
There was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do in the park too.
Yeah,
there's
tons of stuff. They have tons of activities going on.
Duck pin bowling, miniature golf. They have
the tennis courts
and the shuffleboard, horseshoes, like any like outdoor activity that you would find in Florida is there.
They also have a mail room. The mail room closes every few hours for cleaning, so just make sure you check the schedule on that because it changes. But you can get mail delivered there, which was a huge help for us because I got the Doodles food delivered and the little piece for our water got delivered. You have to show your ID and wear a mask when you go into the building.
Yep, but the trash is, I mean, it's got a really good trash drop-off area.
It's got 4
compactors. And it's just a really nice place. It's pretty low key. We had a really nice site too, so we definitely enjoyed staying at Thousand Trails Orlando.
We will definitely be back.
We will be back, especially when we're going to Disney and stuff like that. So.
There's many benefits of traveling full time, but I think the greatest benefit is to be able to travel and see your friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Even during this pandemic, you know.
Like you don't have to hug them or be super close to them if you don't want to be, but just being close and being able to see somebody face to face that you haven't seen in forever it was just great. And
we got to meet Craig, who is a dog trainer that lived in Virginia with us.
And his wife.
And we went to the same high school and played football together.
Yes.
And they moved down to Florida. You know, we really enjoyed getting to see them.
So we are headed back to Clearwater.
Yep.
So it's about a little over an hour drive to get there. We're going to go visit a friend from high school and grill out and have a bonfire and have some fun.
And he's a dog trainer.
Yes, so the dogs are coming with us.
Dogs are coming with us. Maybe they can do something about this one.
Their business is called The Loyal Canine. And like I said, they're both dog trainers. They do tons of different obedience trainings and customize the training programs for you and your dog. If you are anywhere near like the Clearwater, Tampa area, please look them up if you have any issues with your pets.
Check them out on Facebook. Check out the Loyal Canine page on Facebook.
Yes, you won't be disappointed. They're great.
Another place we visited while we were in Orlando was Disney Springs.
Yay!
We love downtown Disney. And all the shops and stuff like that, and especially the Goofy candy store. That's like my spot.
That's his spot. I love the Christmas store, so I can get a Disney ornament every time we're there.
Let's talk about the precautions that they're taking with COVID.
So Disney Springs, or any Disney area really, is always going to be crowded, right? Because of all the kids and the people that just love the environment. So with the pandemic and with all the regulations, they have it in place where when you go to the parking garages, it's basically like a line to get into an airport. Is what it felt like anyways. Where, you know, they do the metal detecting and everything for you before you go in, but they also check your temperature and make sure you have the appropriate mask.
There's only one way in and one way out. And so once you go into the parking deck, you actually will have to go up. If you're on the bottom floor, you'll have to go up in the parking deck. The escalators. To where they're checking temperatures, they're checking your mask, they're checking your pockets and your bags and all that other good stuff.
They have a vending machine there so that if you don't have the appropriate required masks for the area, then they will direct you to the vending machine for you to pick up one.
And they will make you go get a new mask if you don't have the right one.
They won't let you go past them.
Right, Lisa?
Are they all the same? I'll knock you out.
311. Good choice.
Good choice. Oh, it also accepted cards.
And then also, of course, the stores also sell different types of masks and the Disney type mask and everything too. Once you actually get inside, but so they are checking temperatures, they are doing the mask, but then once you're inside, you have to keep the mask on at all times unless if you are eating or drinking. And even with that, you have to be in a stationary location to eat or drink. So you can't just be walking around drinking your Starbucks like we really wanted to, you know, because we like to drink it as we go. But you had to stay still, drink your drink, put your mask back on, and then go throughout your day.
Yeah.
So the stores were pretty good. Like we went into the Lego store and you have to wait in line, and then as people leave, they're letting the same amount of people in so that there's a certain amount of people in the store at all times. So depending on how much of a rush you're in, you might not want to go in those certain stores. Other stores were just, you know, come in one door, exit another door.
Yeah, and there was a few places where it was kind of crowded and social distancing wasn't really, you know, you weren't able to social distance as much.
Yeah, but that's the purpose of having the mask on.
Everybody had their mask on, and I will also say they had staff placed everywhere. To move you along and make sure that you were wearing your mask appropriately, which, you know, made us feel a little bit more comfortable in the areas that were a little bit more crowded.
Yeah, everybody had to have the mask on, and if you like even slipped it down for a second, someone was coming back saying, "Sir, you got to put your mask back on."
Yeah.
So they did a good job. We of course enjoyed Disney and everything, so it was nice to be able to walk around and see a little bit of normal.
Yeah, it really is.
So it was great. We did get new ornaments for the tree, which is always fun.
Well, if you're in the area and you want a place that you feel like get a little bit of normalcy and you know, it still feels secure, Disney Springs does a pretty good job.
Check it out.
The next place we visited that was really cool, and I know I am not pronouncing this right, so let me know, is Wekiwa Springs State Park. That place was so cool. We got to swim in the springs. It's what, $6?
$6 per car
Yeah.
to get in, and you're in for the day. They do limit 150 vehicles for the park. So once they hit their 150 limit, they'll cut the gates off and you can't go in unless someone else comes out.
Parking with a dually was kind of tight,
Yes.
but thankfully it wasn't very crowded when we went.
Yeah, and it was really nice to be able to park right there at the entrance of the spring.
Yeah.
Of course, they do rent canoes and kayaks and all of that, and you can go farther down to do all of that. But we wanted to go to the swimming hole with kids, so we packed the bathing suits and the towels and snorkels, and
Yeah, we went swimming, and I've got some cool GoPro footage. So
it's pretty cool because it was like 50 degrees outside, and when you're swimming in a freshwater spring that stays 72
yeah, all year round.
all year round.
So it's like 4 to 5 feet deep on average, and then there's this crack in the ground that's pretty close to where you walk down to it.
And the crack is like 15 feet deep.
15 to 20 feet deep. It's a cavern under there.
Yeah.
That's where the spring is actually coming up, and it's feeding 40 million gallons of water to the river
A day.
a day. That is
crazy.
crazy, and it's so cool. You can actually swim down in the spring. There were some people there that were diving down, had the flippers and everything, so they could get through the little
hole.
current of the water.
Yeah, because the current's just pushing you back towards the surface. Like
Yeah.
Nicholas tried to go down, and it was just pushing him back up because he weighs like $120.
I could get down about 10 feet, but that was only if you put your hands on the wall and just kind of keep pushing yourself down.
Yeah.
Definitely for experienced divers to go into the caves, and I wasn't trying that. But it looked really cool. The water was great, and
I mean, they have turtles and fish swimming around with you. The
Yep.
water is clear. There's some rock formations that you can swim underneath of, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different entrances of stairs that you can go in to get down to it. So the spring was beautiful, crystal clear water, nice and warm. So you dip your toes in it, and if you don't want to get in all the way,
It was great.
They do have bathhouses or bathrooms for you to change in. So
there's actually steps down into it and steps back out of it. So if you're worried about having to like jump in and climb back out,
oh, and it's actually handicapped accessible because they have the little chair
The
that
lift.
lowers you down into the water also.
Yep.
And instead of taking the stairs down from the parking garage, they also have a ramp that goes around. It's a little bit longer to take, but a ramp that goes around for you to be able to get to it. So it is handicapped accessible.
yeah, it was really nice. If you are in the Orlando area and you're looking for something to do for the day,
So,
great place to go out and have a picnic.
Yeah,
And
it was a great day trip. It was what, 20 minutes, 20 miles, something like that.
it's like 20 minutes north
North
of
of
Orlando,
Orlando.
so it's not too far. Of course, driving in Florida, that'll take you 45 minutes, but it's not too far away, and it's a great day trip.
Yeah, and it's cheap. So.
Yep. All right, well, that does it for our time in Orlando. We got to do a lot and see a lot in 2-week time period, and are really thankful we got to hang out with our friends Jimmy and Lisa more while we were there. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, make sure you subscribe.
Ring the bell so you get notified when we release our next video.
And until the next strange adventure.
Keep making your own.